20 years ago, I made a mistake that would eventually cost me $15,000. I planted what I thought was the perfect tree in my front yard, fast-growing, beautiful shade tree. What they didn't tell me was that this innocent-looking sapling would one day crack my foundation and flood my basement. Hello, fellow green thumbs. Today I'm sharing the most expensive gardening lessons I've ever learned. 8 trees that look perfect at the garden center but will break your heart and your wallet. Number 5 on this list literally destroyed my house foundation. So grab your coffee and let's talk about the trees that taught me painful lessons so you don't have to learn them the hard way. Tree 8. Bradford Pear. Number 8. The Bradford Pear. Those gorgeous white spring blooms fooled me completely. I planted 3 along my walkway in 1998, thinking I'd found garden gold. The problem started in year 5. Every storm brought massive branch cleanup. The wood is so brittle it snaps under wet snow and explodes during thunderstorms. In 2010, half of one tree crashed down, missing my car by 3 feet. The arborist told me something that broke my heart. Bradford pears are designed to self-destruct. They grow so fast the wood never develops proper strength. But it gets worse. They're invasive. These trees cross-pollinate and spread like wildfire. Some states have banned their sale because they're taking over natural areas. I spent more removing these trees than I ever saved buying them. Tree 7. Tree of Heaven. Number 7. The ironically named Tree of Heaven, more like Tree of Hell. I fell in love with those tropical-looking leaves at my sister's house and brought home a sapling. It took off like a rocket, but then strange shoots started popping up everywhere. In flower beds, through sidewalk cracks, 50 feet away in my neighbor's yard. This tree spreads through underground root suckers more aggressively than bamboo. The roots are incredibly destructive, seeking out cracks in concrete and pipes. Getting rid of it is nearly impossible. Even tiny root pieces regenerate new trees. I've been fighting shoots for 8 years since cutting down the original tree. It's like the world's most expensive game of whack-a-mole. Tree 6. Eastern Cottonwood. Number 6. Eastern Cottonwood. Fast growth and great shade. Right. Wrong. This tree grows enormous. We're talking 100 feet tall with a spread to match. First came the cottonwood, clouds of white fluffy seeds every summer that clogged my air conditioner and filled my pool like snow. Then the sheer size took over my entire backyard. Nothing could grow underneath it because the massive roots competed for every drop of water. I was constantly cleaning up debris, not just leaves, but twigs, bark, and heavy branches. When I finally had it removed after 17 years, it cost $3,500 because of its enormous size. Beautiful tree, but it belongs on 10 acres, not in a suburban yard. Tree 5. Silver Maple. The big revelation. Here's number 5. The silver maple that destroyed my foundation and cost me $15,000. I planted 2 in 2000 for fast shade. They delivered brush, growing several feet each year with beautiful silvery leaves. I thought I'd made the perfect choice. Around year 8, I noticed hairline cracks in my basement wall. By year 10, those cracks were letting in water during storms. When I called foundation specialists, they took one look and said, "Those silver maples have to go." Silver maples have extremely aggressive, shallow roots that spread far seeking water. These roots had grown under my foundation, literally pushing against my basement walls as they expanded and contracted. The repair bill? $15,000 for foundation work, $3,000 for tree removal, $2,000 for landscaping, $20,000 total because I didn't research their root behavior. The stress was overwhelming. Water in my basement, months of contractors, fear about my home's structural integrity. All because I wanted quick shade instead of planting a slower-growing oak tree that wouldn't destroy my house. Tree 4. Empress Tree. Number 4. The Empress Tree with those stunning purple flowers. The vendor promised the fastest-growing tree in North America, 20 feet in 2 years. He wasn't lying about growth, but that came with weak, spongy wood, constantly dropping branches on my deck furniture after every storm. The roots lifted my deck boards and cracked the concrete footings. When I tried pruning it back, the tree responded by sending up shoots everywhere. These trees are incredibly invasive, thousands of seeds that create new trees everywhere, plus root shoots that keep sprouting. The final straw was an ice storm that brought half the tree crashing onto my deck. destroying furniture and railings. 2000 in cleanup and repairs. I spent 3 more years pulling up volunteer trees all over my property. Tree 3. Norway Maple number 3. Norway Maple. Beautiful fall color and dense shade. But that dense canopy creates a plant deserts underneath. Nothing grows under these trees. No grass, no flowers, not even weeds. I planted one in 1995 and spent years trying to grow anything beneath it. Reseeded multiple times, tried shade plants, even tried ground covers. Nothing worked. The shallow, competitive roots suck up every drop of water and nutrient. These trees are also prolific seeders, dropping hundreds of seedlings everywhere each spring. They're considered invasive because they outcompete native species. After 23 years of bare ground and constant seedling removal, I finally had it taken out in 2018. Tree 2, Lombardy Poplar. Number 2, Lombardy Poplar. I planted 7 for a privacy screen in 2003. Fast-growing, narrow, perfect for blocking my neighbor's pool. For 4 years they worked beautifully. Then cytospora canker disease struck. These fast-growing trees are stressed and susceptible to this fatal fungal infection. One by one, my trees started dying from the top down. During an ice storm, 3 diseased trees snapped in half, one across my driveway, another damaging my shed. The brittle wood shattered into thousands of pieces. Weeks of cleanup. Lombardy poplars rarely live more than 15–20 years. For a permanent privacy solution, replacing the entire screen every couple decades gets expensive fast. Tree 1, Weeping Willow. Number 1, the beautiful romantic weeping willow that cost me over $15,000 in plumbing disasters. I planted it near my backyard pond in 2004. Perfect match. Willows love water. It grew beautifully, creating that fairy tale canopy I dreamed of. But willows don't just like surface water. They're driven to find any water source within 100 feet. In year 7, a plumber discovered willow roots had infiltrated my main sewer line, 50 feet from the tree. This became an annual nightmare. Every year, sometimes twice, I'd pay $300–500 to clear roots from my sewer line. Bigger repairs ran $2,000, $3,000 each time. The breaking point came in 2015 when roots caused such a severe blockage that sewage backed up into my basement. The cleanup, sanitization and repairs cost over $8,000. The smell, health hazards ruined belongings. It was devastating. My plumber calls willows job security trees. They're the #1 cause of sewer line problems. Beautiful trees, but absolutely incompatible with any underground utilities. 8 trees, nearly $50,000 in total damage. That's enough to have landscaped my entire property with appropriate trees. But don't let this discourage you from planting trees. The key is research before you plant, not after. Slow-growing trees are usually your best investment. Stronger wood, manageable roots, longer lifespans. Great alternatives. Red oak or tulip tree for fast shade that won't cause problems. Sugar maple or sweet gum for fall color without invasive tendencies. Native dogwoods or redbuds for flowering beauty. Eastern red cedar or arbor vitae for lasting privacy screens. Japanese maples or serviceberry for small spaces. Always research mature size, root behavior and known problems before planting. Consider your soil, utilities and local restrictions. Plan for where that tree will be in 20 years, not just today. The right tree in the right place is one of the best investments you can make. My current landscape, planted with carefully chosen species, brings daily joy and hasn't caused a single problem in 5 years. If this saved you from even one expensive mistake, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Senior Green Thumbs. Share your own tree disasters or success stories in the comments. We can all learn from each other. Remember, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the second best time is today. As long as you plant the right tree in the right place. Until next time, keep those green thumbs growing wisely. Thanks for watching. Check out my video on the 10 best trees for senior gardeners, and my guide to DIY versus professional tree removal. Don't forget to subscribe, and hit that notification bell for new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Thanks for watching, and remember, good gardening comes from learning from other people's mistakes.